Today, Chef Zhang is using one of Taizong's signature ingredients, the 大甲 taro, to create a marvelous master dish. I think for me, the inspiration for this dish needs to go back to thinking about a more harmonious experience than each ingredient separately. I gotta keep it simple, but the flavors need to pop. Jiababui. Welcome to Taiwan. Hi everyone, I'm Jason Wang and welcome to Jason's Table. Today I've made it to the middle region of Taiwan, the special city of Taizong. It's known for its production of the amazing ingredient, the taro root. Now I'm here looking for a chef to show me a classic dish of Taiwanese cuisine. This chef has had success in international competitions, and most recently in 2022, winning the gold medal prize for an international catering competition. He's also served banquets for presidents. This is his restaurant, so let's meet him. Hello, chef. Hello, Chef Zhang. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I know that you've had wonderful success in international competition recently. And can you tell us a little bit about the secret to your success?
其实应该是说哈，我们创意第一啦哈，创意第一，然后还要推广一些台湾的食材为重点，把我们的一些产品呢更走向国际化，这样子。
On that note, I'm here in search of a classic Taiwanese dish. If you had to recommend one, which one would you recommend?
芋头香酥鸭。
芋头香酥鸭, so taro, fragrant crispy duck.
对，这个产品呢，就是我们选用大甲芋头，就是我们台中特产，还有我们的这个宜兰的这一个樱桃鸭，下去做结合的，这是非常非常难得的一个食材。
Well, sounds delicious. Duck with taro. Let's go inside the restaurant and could we ask you to cook this?
OK， 没有问题。那等一下就跟着我一起到厨房，我就做给你们看。
Sounds good. Chef Zhang has cooked as special events chef for the presidential office in Taiwan and has over 32 years of culinary experience. In 2022, Chef Zhang won the Netherlands International Catering Competition and succeeded in winning the gold prize over 13 other countries. Today, he's using one of Taizong's signature ingredients, the 大甲 taro, to create a marvelous master dish.
好，现在我们先来处理我们的芋头。那我们芋头先把它切片，切薄片，等一下蒸的时候会比较快速一点。
Just watching Chef Zhang cut the taro is a masterclass in knife skills.
好，那我们要进蒸笼下去蒸了。
Getting that taro cut up, he's gonna let it steam, and that's how you get all that development of the starch in there. That's gonna be key in this dish.
接下来我们来处理这个芋头的炒料，这边有那个红葱。
So the taro gets steamed, but there are all these goodies that get added there. So the traditional flavorings, shallots, little shrimps, and also the ham. So these are key components in Taiwanese cuisine, adding those little kind of bits and bursts of flavors. Frying the duck may seem a little weird because what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna stick it in the taro later. But frying the duck crisps up the skin, gets that extra layer of aroma and flavor, and helps to release some of the moisture. That's gonna be a key component for this dish, managing the moisture level.
这个时候已经上色了，鸭子已经上色，那我们要把它腌。
mixture of peppercorns, pepper, different spices, and is rubbing it on the inside of the duck. He's gonna let that marinate overnight, get that flavor into the meat. So later on, that flavor of that duck is gonna be elevated by all those spices. It's gonna be so delicious.
好，我们现在腌好的也冰存好的鸭子，我们把它的这个头呢，把它切掉。那我们要把它拿进蒸笼里面。OK。
The duck has been fried, it's been marinated with the spices and flavorings, and then it's steamed until the meat just basically is falling off the bone. Taking off those bones is going to be part of the process for getting that meat into a nice compact shape that's going to be covered with the taro. It's going to just make that eating experience so luscious, just luscious, juicy duck meat paired with the taro, nothing else. So the process of marrying the taro with the duck meat is very, very important. Why? Because when it gets fried, if it's not done properly, the two layers will separate. So it's important to form the taro, pressing gently, firmly, but not too hard, because otherwise you're gonna make it a very dense, heavy, stodgy consistency. So getting that duck and taro block into a nice firm shape where the two layers are joined together. There's a little bit of starch component, gelling them together, but that's almost like building the beautiful cake that is going to be served to the guests later.
撒上我们的蒜丝，这个时候芋头香酥鸭完成了。吃饱未？
Chef Zhang, so this is your taro with fragrant, crispy duck. It smells delicious.
我要跟你介绍，很特别介绍这一道菜啊、这个就是我们用大甲芋头跟我们樱桃鸭下去做的这一道，很经典的台湾菜。其实我们房间的很多芋头鸭，它是做酥皮的，但是你有看到我们的这个芋头鸭，它是蕾丝皮的。
Yeah.
对，很漂亮，像穿了一个蕾丝一样哈。
I'm gonna take a piece.
好。 然后您可以沾一下这个，对。
Okay, let's
然后
try
试试
it.
看。
Okay.
试试看
Cheers.
对。很酥哦，表皮，它是脆脆酥酥的哈。
Delicious. The taro is fluffy but starchy at the same time. And then it's kind of just coating the duck. The duck is very, very tender. It has lovely flavor, and it's almost like the duck has been confit in a way. And you have that lovely crisp on the outside, and the little bit of the garlic, and then the daikon in there to cut the heat from the garlic. It's a lovely combination. And I think what is amazing is also the taro in a way kind of reminds me of mashed potatoes, which is a comfort food for a lot of people. But pairing it with duck is such a unique combination. It's almost like elevating. You change potato to taro, and then you change like chicken into duck, and you've created this really elevated cuisine. I think it's pretty ingenious.
这个就是我们一般餐厅老板想要的。用最便宜的食材来卖最贵的价格。
OK，
好，老板都喜欢这样子嘛，对不对？所以其实我们有很多的台湾食材都是这样子，很多台湾的师傅也在寻求这一个媒介来做这件事情。所以其实你现在到了很多台湾的饭店或餐厅，很多我们的台湾厨师都已经朝着这方向去努力。去升级这样子。
Well, I think this is a very successful example of classic Taiwanese flavors, but elevated and put in a wonderful combination. After eating this, I'm inspired to maybe create something based on this dish. I'm wondering if I might have the pleasure of having you come to my kitchen to taste what I come up with.
很好啊，好啊，有这个荣幸。
Okay.
我的荣幸，
Then
谢谢
it's a
谢谢
date.
哦，没问题
Okay.
没问题，谢谢。
Thank you so much for having us at your restaurant, and we'll see you soon again. This particular dish is deceptively simple. You have basically the taro flavored with some goodies, and then you have duck meat that's been seasoned and then pulled apart and then put together and just simply fried. So I think for me, the inspiration for this dish needs to go back to thinking about the flavors of the ingredients separately and which two ingredients go together and make a more harmonious experience than each ingredient separately. Do I need a sauce? Do I need to fry things? Do I need to add? I mean, I don't know. So I gotta keep it simple, but the flavors need to pop. Chef Zhang's taro with fragrant crispy duck is so delicious. And now that I'm back in the kitchen, I'm gonna recreate a dish that I think might be a nice combination and complement to that dish. So I'm gonna make a quesadilla, a sweet quesadilla using taro, a little citrus marmalade, and a little bit of fruit salsa. I think it's gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna start with the taro. Taro is one of those amazing ingredients. The taro's been simmering and steaming for a while, and I think it's done. All right, there we go, beautiful. The fork can go right through it, nice and fluffy. All right, so I'm gonna take this out. And now the fun part. Taro, sweet, savory preparations, it's all delicious, but I'm gonna bring my little masher, so I'm gonna mash this up. And of course, my preparation is gonna be sweet, so we need some sugar. And always with sugar, don't forget you do need a little bit of salt, so just a little pinch of salt just to bring out all the flavors. And a little bit of butter. I think butter and dairy goes really well with taro, so I'm gonna add a little bit of butter just for richness. So this is getting nice and fluffy. I'm gonna add in a little bit of coconut milk. And I think it's really important not to overmix or overwork the taro because one of the hallmarks of the deliciousness of Chef's duck dish was that the taro was nice and fluffy, just a really fluffy texture. This is good, we're gonna set it aside. For the quesadilla, I've got the taro, which is from Chef's dish, the luscious, fluffy taro. But what do I use for the duck? So I decided to create something using oranges. So I'm gonna blanch the oranges in some boiling water. I'm gonna take them out and then I'm gonna slice them up and they're gonna go back in the pan and we're gonna make some delicious spiced marmalade. I'm gonna take these out and let them cool for a little bit before we chop them and slice them up. The peel is gonna be nice and tender, and I think that just blanching takes out some of the bitterness. I'm just chopping up the breast, and in it goes into here. I want to use some of the aromatic spices that Chef used in his duck dish. So I'm putting in some Sichuan peppercorn. Star anise goes in. And really toasting just brings out all those complex aromas. And once you can smell that, I'm just gonna add this in, our oranges. Oranges are gonna release a lot of juice. So how do we turn this into a marmalade? Sugar! So I'm putting in sugar. And just slowly let this reduce, simmer down. Keep an eye on the heat. And it's gonna turn into the most delicious spiced citrus marmalade. As our last little addition, something a little bit special, ginger citrus goes really well, and ginger is used in the duck marinade stuffed inside the cavity. So I'm gonna put some ginger slices as well. Ginger, classic paired with savory and sweet, and I think it's gonna add another lovely layer of freshness and zing. The marmalade has stewed down. I'm just evaporating the last of the moisture. It's perfectly glazed. I can smell that ginger, I can smell the spices, and I'm gonna just pull this off the heat. You need to set it aside and let it cool. This is gonna be delicious. You can even put this on toast or on ice cream, but we're gonna put it in our case. Oh, yum. Nice balance of acid there from the oranges and then a little spice of ginger, a little bit of peppercorn tingly. That's good, I'm gonna have a little bit more. Another key component in the quesadilla is the mochi, which is taking place of cheese in a more traditional quesadilla. So I'm gonna use an easy, quick method to make this happen. So I have my sticky rice flour, glutinous rice flour, otherwise known as mochi flour as well. And I'm gonna put some in my bowl. And I'm going to add some water. I want to make one that's nice and elastic, chewy, but with some give and some pull. That way when we cut into the quesadilla, you kind of get that sensation of kind of cheese strings pulling, and that's going to be really yummy. Into the microwave we go. So, gotta make sure it's nice and sticky, and that's why we have this pestle. This helps to make sure the mochi is nice and elastic and sticky. Next thing I'm gonna do is I wanna make a delicious fruit salsa. So I'm gonna pickle some chilies using a little bit of sugar and a little bit of acid and mix that with some strawberries and some fresh fruit to make a fruit salsa. I'm gonna add a little water, some sugar, and make a simple syrup. As the syrup starts to get nice and thick, I'm gonna drop the chili. So as the chilies are percolating in the sugar syrup, I'm gonna move on to the fruit. Fruit I'm using, strawberries, beautifully fragrant. I'm gonna cut these into small dice. And a beautiful fruit, a little unusual, called the qingzao. So key element for a lot of salsa, you need acid. So I'm gonna cut some lemon. Fresh lemon's always delicious. And I love using different layers of acid for some more complexity. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of lime also. Give that nice fresh acidity. Obviously a cilantro might work well in a regular savory salsa, but I'm gonna use some fresh mint. Last but not least, our candied chili, which looks beautiful. Okay, so candied chili is going in. Not too much, we don't want to burn people's mouths off. It's good. So I'm gonna clean up my cutting board, and then we're gonna finish the quesadilla by putting everything together. Hello, 张师傅，欢迎欢迎欢迎欢迎 welcome welcome. Hi Kevin, how are you? Jacob, good to see you again. Hi, welcome. So we're really excited to have guests today, and Chef here came from Taichung and brought his signature dish, which is taro with fragrant, crispy fried duck, and we're gonna get to taste that. And I created a dish based off his dish, and we're gonna get to eat that second. Okay, please.
Can't wait. Let's try it out.
Yes, come. All right, ta-da! This is Chef's.
That smells so good.
So this is his 芋头香酥鸭, which is taro with fragrant, crispy duck. Cheers! Thank you.
我们的主要调味都会偏咸的，会偏甜。但是其实我们一般在外面吃的会沾这个蒜头酱，重点是我们这个酱汁也很特别，所以我们要沾这个蒜头萝卜酱。
要沾。
对，沾看，我们沾看这个萝卜酱跟一般外面的不一样。
萝卜酱。
对，白萝卜。
And I thought it's really interesting. Chef was telling me that garlic normally is very kind of hot, spicy, but because he put some daikon in there, he wanted to just kind of balance it out.
Balance and blend it in.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think?
It's good? Really good. I like the texture. The taro is really soft and creamy, and then the duck actually It's not. It's really tender too. Yeah. So it blends so well.
It's delicious.
It's a crazy combination. I never heard you could actually put a duck inside of taro paste.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Sifu, you're talking, you're not eating, so eat some more. I'm gonna go get my dish. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. Thanks. Just gonna keep.
I love the dipping sauce. The sauces, dipping sauces.
Now here's the fun part. We get to put the quesadilla together. So I'm gonna take a tortilla, and I'm going to put some mochi first. So I've got the mochi, and I'm going to put the taro on. Then we have this beautiful orange marmalade. Just like with the taro and the duck, I'm gonna press, 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 press. And this is gonna go into a heated pan to crisp up on both sides. I'm gonna let these toast until they're nice and crispy. The quesadillas are out of the pot. Let's see what it looks like. Chewy, taro, earthy. Those hints of the citrus in there. Really, really, really delicious. Crunchy on the outside. It was good. Let's assemble this for plating. So this is my taro and citrus marmalade quesadilla with fresh whipped cream. Bon appetit. All right, yay!
Wow. Jason, we're so ready for this too.
Give me a hand, you can take this. Thank
Wow, that looks so good. Is this dessert?
很漂亮。
Thank you.
Looks great.
So this is my dish inspired by Chef's dish, and it is a taro and mochi quesadilla with a citrus marmalade, and there's fruit salsa and some whipped cream on the side. Please dig in, dig in.
Okay,
And then
see the
there's
stuffing
also
too.
whipped cream. Can I only whipped cream?
Oh, that's a lot of whipped cream. I will love some whipped cream too.
哇，这个好开胃，这个是啥啥？
So in the salsa, there is jujube, there's strawberry.
吃到辣味。
Oh yeah, 辣味. Well, the reason why I used red chili is because in Chef's dipping sauce, there's the raw garlic, but he tempered it down with the daikon.
有融合在一起，它不会是只有辣，哦，它不会只有甜或酸，它们居然是粘在一起啊，这不可思议。
It's really appetizing. 很开胃。I nearly just ate the whole piece.
Yeah.
It is great. Wow.
Well, get more sauce, get more. There's whipped cream. I love whipped
I'll
cream.
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
get some more whipped cream.
I really like the fruit salsa. It's I can feel a little bit of the smell from the chili, but actually doesn't taste spicy at all.
It is not, because I cannot take spicy food, but it's really good.
With the salsa, he add a little bit of chili in there, a little jujube fruit, and it's so tangy. It's so appetizing. Like when the two matches together, it's a perfect match. It's just heaven.
The orange jam that Jason made, it balanced off the sweet taste of the taro, and I think that's a similar thing that a first chef has done. He gave us the garlic and radish sauce, which is a balance for. Guys, I'm gonna go for the second piece.
Please.
Can't help myself.
I love the creativity and the similarity of the stuffings inside of the duck, and the stuffing and the salsa actually match so well, just like what the chef had, and with the dipping sauce, it's a perfect match.
这个除了好吃，它端出来这个视觉很漂亮。
哦，谢谢。
摆盘的
这个颜色
presentation, it's so good.
这个颜色很漂亮，对，还没吃就将近100分。OK， 我做的是咸的哦，鸭肉的，那他做的是甜的，那它难能可贵的是，它加入了一点辣味，哦，这个是比较特别的，这个是让我惊喜的地方。沙茶酱、水果，它竟然有一点点辣味，而且这个辣味不会太突兀，这个是让我觉得哇， 不可思议。
I think the mark of a good chef is always thinking, oh, this is not quite perfect, and how do I improve this next time, whether it be the texture or maybe the way I cut things or how the two components were layered together. We as people and creative artists, we're always trying to improve our craft, and to get feedback from the chef that he really loved the dish, I think that it just gives me wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kind of confirmation that I'm on the right track, and yet there's still more to learn and still more to explore. Good friends, good food, good time, and learning, 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 always sharing ideas. I think that's what life is about. This is Jason at Jason's Table Masterful Dishes. We're gonna keep eating, and I'll see you next time.